today. From Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos versus Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
KJ Hamler returning it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a 7-time Pro Bowl quarterback in his 10th NFL season now. That's Russell Wilson.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The numbers a week ago for Melvin Gordon. 13 carries, 65 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on him. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Wilson. Flushed out right. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
On first down, Wilson. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Wilson sets up the screen to Gordon. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. For the first time, we get our look here at the Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts, the 2nd-year quarterback out of Oklahoma.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 catches, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? This defense for the Broncos, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
First down carry by Sanders. Well defensed as they'll hold him to just a couple. Second down coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the draw, here's Sanders. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Hurts. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Now Wilson on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tim Patrick, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
If you did know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right.
Now that was an inspirational scramble for a 1st down, all the while absorbing a big-time hit. Well, we know the guys in the huddle appreciate what he's doing. But how about the guys in the press box, the luxury boxes, the guy who signs his checks, and especially the main guy with the headset on the sideline? I'm not so sure they like that so much.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now the handoff comes to Gordon, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Yeah, he's is going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. This is Gordon on the dump-off. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And McManus able to put it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Sitting at first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson, rolling to his right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. That's checked down to Gordon. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, and Sutton hauls it in over the middle. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. To throw again is Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you, because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that's complete to Sanders. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing is Hurts. It's caught by Sanders. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think in this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start out west at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And they're drawing close to halftime with the Vikings out on top. B.C. Johnson, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head to Green Bay. Check out the Packers at home, Lambeau. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. Randall Cobb, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to the desert. Check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And that one all even as they play the visiting Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. That's on Pro Bowl center Jason Kelce. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw here. And Sanders has got it complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for the Broncos. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Wilson going to throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver. He'll drop to throw. It's caught by Jackson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Sanders. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Hey, we gonna do what we do.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
Off the play fake. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Randy Gregory in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Hamler now on the return. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw him, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kyle Van Noy make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he will have a Broncos 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Ball stripped. The ball comes out. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold onto the football while being jostled?
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. This is taken around the 12. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Buying time to his left. And down he'll go at the 25. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Into the secondary, past the 40. 30. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. They'll turn to Sanders. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And this time he is in. Melvin Gordon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead is now 24. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, Hurts. Quick slant here to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Sanders. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Back to throw again. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's free going down the left side. It's a flag race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And
the Broncos get there and take him down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Sanders has the first down and much more. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Second down and goal. Hurts. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw as this play will stand as is. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. Hamler now to return it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Denver, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1.